Welcome, everyone, to the debut of the Maximilian Bets YouTube channel. Yes, this is brand new. This is something I've wanted to do for a while, just haven't had the time. So hopefully more will come in the future. My goal here is just to give out a couple free plays when I can and a little analysis behind them. And so let's go ahead and jump into tomorrow's plays. Ideally, I will post the night before so people have time to watch. But yeah, so for tomorrow, taking a look at Colgate and Harvard here. Uh, Colgate is a team that usually, they dominate the Patriot. That's known. They do that every year. But not as much in the non-con. They do have some wins over Siena and Drexel, but those were kind of lucky wins. We did not expect them to be victorious in those. And I would consider, Harvard, similar tier to those teams. So I am going to go ahead and take Harvard here plus the 4.5. Should be a slow one. Neither one of these teams really runs. And, Harvard is a team that I have power rated higher than Colgate. So if I'm going to get more than a possession here, I think it will end up being, a one possession game, maybe even a Harvard outright win. But yeah, Colgate just a little lucky on some of these games this year. They don't take the best shots. So going to go ahead and go with Harvard for the first play. Next up, looking at Winthrop, which is going to Texas Tech. Texas Tech off a massive, their biggest win of the year against Duke. One that they really needed. Texas Tech has kind of struggled this year, mainly on the defensive end, and it's been due to a lack of depth. They don't use their bench at all, one of the fewest rates in the country. That has led to them to play, some close games. They just have not been able to beat down on teams like Winthrop. They only beat Northern Colorado by 9 recently. They gave up like 90 points in that game. Only beat Wyoming by 4, Milwaukee by 17. They just haven't been able to put away these teams this year. And Winthrop has been the opposite. They've gone on the road against higher competition and actually put up good numbers. Only a net rating of minus 6.6 per 100 possessions, which is pretty impressive for Winthrop in quad 1 and 2 games. They only lost by 6 to George Mason, 1 to Arkansas, and 7 to Nebraska, Nebraska's beaten everyone this year. So we're going to go ahead and take Winthrop here, plus the 18.5. I don't think they win, but I do think this one is close. Kind of a tough sandwich spot here too. Texas Tech off the big Duke win, and then this is right before Big 12 play. And like I said, they just don't have a ton of depth. So I could see them kind of, just limp in, let Winthrop hang around kind of like they have 2 other mid-majors here this year. And, let's just get the Big 12 play. And then for our last play of the day, this should be a fun game, an interesting one. Loyola Marymount is hosting here their WCC opener against one of the big boys, not Gonzaga, but St. Mary's, who's laying 8.5 here on the road. LMU just got their point guard back, Vide, and they have been much, much better this year with him on the floor than off. He is in the 99th percentile and on-off splits. This team is just drastically different with him out there. And since he returned, they've actually covered 2 in a row. And I think they cover 3 here. I'm going to go ahead and take LMU to keep this one close at home. I like the home dog. I did take a underplay in here as well. KenPom's projecting 67 possessions, which I think is a tad high. Neither of these teams really want to run, which makes that 8.5 a little more valuable too. If you do get a slow game, not as many possessions, a little easier to cover the 8.5. I'd say these teams are pretty similar to last year, their DNA, their schemes and everything. And those games last year had 61 and 62 possessions. I think we get something, maybe not necessarily that slow, but I could see it closer to that than the 67 that they currently have projected. So I did take an underplay as well, along with LMU and the home dog here. I do have more plays on the card for tomorrow that I have released out to subscribers. As you can see on the screen, this year we're 292 and 233 plus 54 units on the season. I send out a lot of volume, and there's still a lot of season left. So if you are interested in joining, feel free to reach out. I have my Twitter on my channel and email as well. So, but yeah, thanks for tuning in to the inaugural video of NCAAB Best Bets for Sunday, December 28th. So, best of luck, and thank you for watching.